this, conference. I always look forward to the debate sessions, right? It's always so energetic and, different vibes just flies through. To lead us in this, session and moderate the debate plenary, I'd like to call on Chukwu Nonso Franklin. Chukwu Nonso Franklin, you could please come up and just, lead the debate plenary. This debate plenary session has been sponsored by Doyen Circle. Doyen Circle, thank you so much. So please welcome Chukwu Nonso Franklin.
It's really amazing to be here. Can you hear me? Wow, wow. I've never been before such a large gathering of women. Indeed, indeed. And I love the energy in the room. I think the management of Wimbiz, the founders, you're doing really amazing. And I love that. By the way, this is my first time at Wimbiz, And sitting through these sessions, the last 2 days, I have really learned a lot, I must say. So kudos to the management of Wimbiz. Thank you. So, good evening, everyone, ladies, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 gentlemen in the room. Okay, they say my mic is not audible. Is it audible now? Can you hear me? Fantastic. So again, welcome everyone to this wonderful session. I hear that the debate is almost the most exciting session for your conference. I'd like to say that we hope this year we will continue to hit it back to back, So without wasting much time, let me just quickly get on stage the wonderful debaters that will be anchoring this, supporting us to give us the argument that we're going to hear today. The topic is quite interesting. It is remote work versus in-office, but we have baptized it as virtual vibes versus office energy, right? So traditionally, we do know that our work culture has centered around working physically in the office, over the years, and then until COVID happened, right? And then a lot of companies have tried to sort of adopt virtual working, work from home. I've sat at interview panels, right? And candidates do ask me, so this role that we are looking at, does it demand that I come in physically every day? And I'm like, when did we start that, right? When some of us started working, it was, you are just going to have to be in the office. But again, times are changing, things are changing. COVID seems to have sort of disrupted a couple of things in this space. But again, that's part of the things that we're going to hear today. So without wasting much time, let me quickly call on stage the debaters for today. The first on my list is who I call my tech titan, Session Suleiman. Please make your way to the stage. Session is a partner in the dispute resolution and tax practice of Templars. She's a multi-sectoral expert with superior understanding of commercial and fiscal issues in Nigeria, especially in the oil and gas industry. She's got in-depth experience in direct and indirect taxation. She holds an MSc in international business from University of Sheffield, where she graduated with a distinction. She is an honorary member of the Beta Gamma Sigma Society, and she has also worked as an associate at the London office of White & Case. Welcome, Session. The next is Kemi Kayode Akimbolade, who I have christened my digital dynamo. You'll be hearing arguments from her on why you need to be working from home. Kemi is a distinguished professional with over 15 years experience in people, procurement, and project management. Her career spans through directing, procurement, people, project management, and she's held significant positions, including project director at Anchor Telecoms Limited. And presently, she's the director of project at Sendor Limited. Kemi holds various esteemed credentials, including CPM, Chartered Project Manager, Certified Project Management Professional, Certified International Procurement Professional CIPP, Certified Scrum Master CSM, Certified Scrum Product Owner CSPO, and a lead auditor for the ISO 9001 to 2008, 9001 2015, IS 045001. Welcome, Kevin. Okay, the next is Gladys Ame Okoro. Gladys is my office oracle, an award-winning construction and interior design expert with over 14 years of hands-on experience in the industry. She is the founder, CEO, and creative director of Brookhouse Construction International, an interior construction design company. She has opened a new location in Ghana. Congratulations. Over the past years, Gladys has actually brought her style to various projects, including restaurants, bars, modern luxurious homes, hotel chains, etc. She's obtained awards and special recognitions locally and internationally. And she's been featured in a number of global media, including This Day and Business Day Nigeria, where she has been profiled as a rising star. Welcome, Gladys. Okay, the last, and certainly not the least, is Folakemi Jegede. Folakemi is a distinguished legal practitioner with remarkable years of experience, making significant strides in the legal and business sectors. She's a chartered company secretary, business administrator, board auditor, evaluator, and certified by the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria. She is passionate about ethical business practices and corporate governance, contributing to numerous high-stakes transactions in Nigeria and abroad. She's a committed thought leader in women's empowerment. Folakemi is a proud member of the FOS BLK, Nigerian Bar Association, International Law Association, and Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria. Welcome. Okay. Am I not blessed amongst women? Just like this. Okay, so today's debate is about working from home versus working in the office. I know a lot of us have got so many ideas about how we can play this, but that's why we are here, right? To listen to some of these dynamics. But just before we go right into it, I'd like to just state a few ground rules for my debaters. So you're going to have 2.5 minutes each for your opening speech, and then you have 5 minutes each for your first round of debate. I'll be calling you one office, one virtual, one office, one virtual, and then you have another 5 minutes each for your second round of arguments, and then we go to closing. Yeah? Okay. So, but just before I hand the mic to them, I'd like to share a short story about two of my friends. One of them, his name is Chukwudi, but we call him China, right? Because he sort of has those Chinese eyes when we were tiny. And by the way, they called me Japan then. I don't know, for some reason. See my face, I was very fair, like the Japanese people had some kind of funny looking face then. But anyway, Chukwudi is I call him a low budget techpreneur, right? Because he's got dreams of having his own tech company, but he currently works for a company. So until COVID, Chukwudi has always worked in the office. But then COVID forced these employers, they had to adopt working from home. So Chukwudi will call me, oh boy, I'm enjoying this, He wakes up, he doesn't have to brush, he doesn't have to do anything, he'll just dive right straight. I don't know if that's how guys behave. I don't do like that, but he'll just dive right straight into the work, And he just continues, and then he has time for his side gig. He doesn't have to deal with the commuting to work and all of that. But then after a couple of months, Chukwudi calls me again that he's now getting bored, right? He's missing the brainstorming sessions in the office. He's missing, grabbing coffee with his colleagues, the camaraderie in the office and all that. And I'm like, but you told me a few months ago that you're having the best time of your life, okay? But that was Chukwudi's experience. Now, contrast it with Alishai. Her real name is Uche, right? Like me, Uche is a lawyer, and she's always dreaded working in the office. In fact, she will tell me some of these things that we do, writing legal opinions, turning out agreements, all of those things, that you can afford to do it from home. But some bad belly supervisors will just not allow her to work from home, right? Because they always want to see her come to the office. And so by the time she's done spending hours in traffic, coming to work, and all the distractions, calling her to meetings, her productivity was really not optimum, right? Again, COVID happened, and then she starts working from home. And then she tells me, Sheba, I've always told you, I really don't have to be in the office, to meet up with my deliverables and all. So these are really two different people in different industries that have, that they could relate with working from home, working in the office from different perspectives. But really that is the argument that we're going to hear today. And I'm sure that our debaters are really primed to, get right into it. But again, so I want us to play a small imagination game. Right? I want you to imagine your perfect work environment, your perfect work day. Would you like it? So I was saying that I wanted us to imagine your perfect workplace, right? Your work day. Where would that be? Is it working from home? Is it working from the office? But I'd like you to hold that thought in your mind as we listen to our debaters, to sort of talk to us about the dynamics of these things. Thank you very much. So we've all got our mics, yeah? So let me, as a man blessed amongst women, let me also sit here. So I guess I would like to start with you for your opening speech, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Few gentlemen in the house. I stand on the existing protocol and also my co-debaters. My name is Folakemi Jegede, and I'm not here to support the motion because there's no motion anywhere. It is the real deal that office energy is the best once and for all. Since COVID and after COVID, remote work has come as like a mystery for us to work, which is fine. All of us enjoyed it. But it cannot take the place of the office energy. You'll be right to tell me, some of you might think office energy is now rare, in-person work is rare, but I tell you it's far more better than a very silent Zoom meeting. If you have experienced it, you will know. Do you agree with me? Either way, maybe before the end of the debate, you will be on this side. It is very easy for you to wake up early in the morning with your sweet pants and join your Zoom meeting, right? It is comfortable, but it's not effective. It is, I can tell you without a doubt that when you enter your office, you wear your confidence, you wear your innovation, you wear your creativity, and you walk in like a boss lady. How do you think? Right now, we are here at the WIMBIS conference. What are you doing here? Why not joining us virtually? Because you know it is different. The feeling is different. You meet people networking. The interaction is different. You also know that virtual attendance is even cheaper, but you choose to pay higher because you know the benefit is enormous. I tell you without a doubt that virtual office has served its purpose. It is real deal for us to embrace the in-person, enjoy the productivity, the stronger bond, mentorship, peer-to-peer advantage that it brings. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, so can we hear from you?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Now that we have to stand, I'm just imagining what these people have to say. And I start by, please let us imagine together environment or a world where productivity is not touted forward, where rush hour is a thing of the past, and where employees are allowed to come in their best self from wherever they feel most productive. I haven't started. And see, in this fast evolving world, where technology makes it as it enables instant communication and collaboration, remote work has proven to be the most powerful option for everyone. It is not only shaping how we do our works, it provides benefit, clear benefit to both companies and employees alike. That's not all. In supporting this motion, I would like to highlight the benefits that remote work offers both companies and employees. Number one, don't you think that, or in case you do not know, remote work provides businesses cost savings and access to global talent pool? That's number one. Again, Folakemi, my namesake. Remote work offers, it has been proven to increase productivity. And I'm coming there. Hold it. Number three, remote work has increased employees' work-life balance.
Time.
That's not all. Okay, I'll come back. So let me just allow my lady to do justice.
Thank
We're
you.
coming for you.
Thank you. Please take it easy as you are coming for them. Okay. So you have the floor.
Good evening, WIMBIS. My name is Sheson Sulaiman. I'm a legal practitioner, and I work in a leading commercial firm, Templars. You know, debates like this are fun because the argument is made for you, no? I don't need to talk much. Even my co-debaters, I'm just wondering, I'm sure they are struggling. That's why they had to look for, oh, you went to virtual conference, Jesus. Let me start. Now, I know that when I was coming here, people were expecting me to come and bash the office. I didn't come here to do that. Well, I would do it a little. But I didn't come here to do just that. First of all, as a good Yoruba girl, I want to say thank you to the office. For the last few centuries of modern work advancement, seamless collaboration, helping us to deliver when we had to be pouring through pages and pages of documents. We needed to be there, it made sense. Now, change is that one constant thing that can be associated with the human experience. I lie? Thank you. Now that change has come for the way we walk. We are women. We are known for being diverse, being dynamic. We cannot be bound by the four walls of some person's building. No. Let me paint a picture for you, very quick picture. I wake up in the morning. I get on the road from Ifako. I want to get to the office by 9. I spent 4 hours to get there. Please, oh, very quickly, moderator, sorry. Help me calculate. I'm not good at maths. I'm a lawyer. Now, I spent 4 hours in traffic. I get to the office by 9 on time as a good employee. I've sat down. My head is aching. Danfo brushed me. Some guy did something to me at the parking lot. I have to call Wasiu to come and fix the car. After I do all that, work starts at 10, Abi? Okay. I've done a little bit of work. I'm getting into the flow. My Oga comes in. Sheson, quick chat, please. And I sit through a 1-hour meeting that could have been an email. We know those meetings now. Okay. I finish that one. Go back to the work. Before I finish, I have to go back and go and have lunch with the same boss. I finish my lunch. I go back to my office. I work again. Do my laptop. I need to finish on time. And then somebody comes. HR is calling you. We need to plan the office Christmas party. And then I do that one, and I go back again. How many hours of work have I actually achieved in that building?
Time up.
And then somebody is telling me that I should come back. Like my colleague said, we'll be back. Thank you.
You'll be back. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for that. Unfortunately, our moderator is also a lawyer, so he cannot calculate. He can't help you with the calculations. Okay. So we're actually running behind time, so if we can be very quick about that. Okay, please.
Okay. Now, we all know that there's no mute button for real life connection. You can mute your colleague, yes? You can mute your colleagues, right? Online. Can you mute them in real life? Can you mute them in real life? I know some of the online people, their network is buffering right now because, please. In fact, you just showing up in your nice, soft life girl, walking around, showing your beauty, your nice shoes, your nice clothes. And the confidence. Come on. You are not shy. You are not just, sometimes, some people, you need some urgent 2K. You walk up to your colleague in the office, I beg, if you borrow me small money. How many will you touch online and say, please borrow me 5K? I'll be back for you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
We like evidence as far as we are concerned. And I'm going to start from that your begging of urgent 2K. One of the greatest advantage of remote work is flexibility. And I still maintain the fact that when you have flexibility, you are able to do everything along the 9-to-5 job that you have. Hi, I'm Kemi Kayode. I run a clothing line, a fashion academy, and a garment factory, along with my 9-to-5. I need not to beg for urgent 2K because I have time to do other things. So why are you worrying yourself about begging for urgent 2K when you can make do of what you have to get what we have? We see women being founders here breaking the glass ceiling. Come on. Who begs for urgent 2K in this life? Come on. Again, gone are the days when Multiple streams of income used to be luxury. It is not a necessity. And for you to plug into that, you need a remote work so that you are not tied to a particular location. You better grab yourself, and I can actually help you out if you want to know how to do it. Thank you.
Stop it, I like it. Stop it, I like it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. See, and that is what we are saying. You are doing virtual work and you are using your boss's laptop to do another work. Using your boss's data to do another work. And you want your boss to pay you full salary.
Stop it, I like it.
It doesn't make sense. As a business owner, you are saying that you are going to deliver. Your KPIs, you'll be saying there is no data, there is no light in your house, something is happening. You cannot charge your laptop. Whereas you expect your boss to pay you. Whereas you are combining another work. Oh, is that not selfishness? I'm a typical Yoruba girl. They will always say, "Niyan lasho mi." How many friends have you established doing your virtual work? Gone are the days when you are doing Ashwebi and your colleagues show up for you. These days they send money. Is it about money? No, you see, that is poverty mentality. Because you cannot trade the place of humans. You see, so a lot of times, why do you work? We work to upskill. We work for emotional support. We work for mentoring, peer-to-peer mentoring. A lot of us, we want to get to a particular place. We don't know how to get it. But when we are in the office, you see your boss, you see what they do. Skills are being uplifted, character are being formed because you see things. Virtual work is good, but it cannot take the place of in-person. We are over COVID. We are now back to reality.
It's always good to hear this side. You know, because employers, they're very quick to churn out these facts. Oh, you don't have lights. Oh, you don't have data, as if they don't have downtime in their own office. Oh, your computer is not working, as if they did not provide the computer and provided bad work tools. Do not blame the work tool. You provided it. Now, let's go back. Because it's so good to hear these kinds of things and you'll be wondering, oh, maybe they are right. Oh, maybe people like us are unserious. Maybe truly we need to go back and evaluate our goals. Harvard Business Review published a study which contradicts everything we have heard here today from this side. When these people were looked at, what did they record? Increased job satisfaction. Increased job retention. All of you that they are dropping letter for is because they got remote job. Oh. Go and ask well in your exit interviews. Increased job retention. Reduced attrition. Now, Pakpambari, as my Yoruba people would say. Appraisal correction. Gone are the days when eye service is the way you get promotion. If you lie, don't work, you will not get promotion. If you lie, don't deliver on your KPI, there is no promotion for you. It is not because you know how to buy the boss's favorite lunch anymore. It is not because you know how to stay in the boss's office and gist anymore. Now, we have your KPIs. Where is your delivery? Put your money where your mouth is. We don't want to hear anymore. Do not limit us. You say, oh, I'm using your time. I'm using your time to do my extra work. Is it your time that is the 7 hours I spent from Ifako to VI? Is it your time? How can you own 18 hours out of 24 that God gave me? Kilo day? How is it possible? And you look at yourself as an employer, assess it. Because it looks like we're just talking from the employee's perspective. Look at it from the employer's perspective. You will reduce your costs. You will reduce the things that you have to do. Some employees that you have that you don't need to have if people are not in the office. You will reduce them. Is it not money you want to make? Are we not speaking the same English? So exactly what are you trying to convince me that this works better for you as an employer? The only thing that I'm hearing is that people have just put themselves in a box and have refused to evolve. They refuse to innovate. But we don't want to be like them, do we? No, thank you. We want to innovate. Our mates are getting certifications. We want. Our mates are learning a second language. We want that time. Our mates have children that recognize them. We want those children to recognize us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, you have your turn.
Is it work-life balance or work-life boundaries? You are in an online meeting, but you are cooking beans. You dey cook beans. You are doing multiple things. You dey say, hello, 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 hello. Say it again, I didn't hear that. Or please repeat that. Please, how many emojis and LOL can you use to replace real-life connections? Please. So I don't know how you will tell me that I've boxed myself in a 4 walls. First of all, a customer is calling you. You are the one with the phone of the office that they need to buy something. And you're saying, hello, 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 Keke Mawa, everybody is shouting. How would the customer buy? How would they buy quickly from you? So you need to know that, when you are in the office, you have your 9 to 5. It gives you the time to dedicate it to a particular task. Finish. And again, you get inspired by your colleague because you just heard that one of your colleagues got a certification. And don't just spark something inside of you that, I need to increase or I need to get this certification myself. If you don't get this increase, how would you play globally? If you don't know all these office politics, how would you play globally? And then you come online, you don't know any sort of office policies, regulations, and all that. Now, I was telling my staff, I said, as long as you are in this office, you are bound to the rules, policies of this office. You have to play by the culture of this office. Now, if you are an online audience, you are working with this organization, you are working in this organization. Confusion too much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I told you guys that my debaters will roll up to it in fantastic fashion. Thank you so much. So we've had our first round of argument. You've been itching to respond. All those things you want to say, you have your second round, 5 minutes each.
Folakemi and Gladys, just take it easy with yourself. Life is not hard. I see a flaw in your process and procedure already. And you may actually see us after this session so that we can take you guys through. Why I said that is because if you are saying at this stage, in this century, that some people are not clear about policy, then maybe your onboarding is actually wrong. But again, we are not going into that. I said, one of the advantage, of course, is for us to be able to maximize digital to schedule our priority. And I see that most of the time what people do is that, they schedule their priority. They prioritize their schedule rather than scheduling their priority. And what that means is that when you don't schedule your priority, other people make their problem your emergency. And by that, what do you do to an emergency? You rush towards them. And because of that, you lose distraction and you feel that, you need to be in the forward to do that. There is something called 9 to 5, and there is another one called 5 to 9. So you do not have to steal on your employees' time to actually do your thing. What it tells you is that and to take a whole day off because you want to have your hair fixed. While still working, you can take like 30 minutes to go do whatever you want to do. You have doctor's appointments. I mean, at the end of the day, you attend to it and you still go back to work. And because you are driven by performance, you know what is expected of you to be done. I look by myself, by 2 p.m. every day, if I have not earned my salary, then something is wrong. Are you really evaluating yourself to know if you have delivered or not? Because I do not need 11 hours to deliver on my job on a daily basis. So when you know that you are driven by something, and I know that the founders of this conference, they are breaking the glass ceiling. I want to do extra. Rather than to beg for urgent 2K, I will want to do extra work without having to steal on my employer's time to get another stream of income. As I'm hanged right now, money is entering my account through my fashion house. I have numbers of people here today that I actually clothed, though they paid me not for free. And I have not stolen. What did I do? I brought people up who are able to do what I cannot do. One of the things I learned from Mama Ibuka Awoshika is to send my money on errand. So I need to be there. While I am doing my 9 to 5, I have staff taking care of other activities for me. So what we are saying is that you can multitask. As women, we multitask. So you can leverage on that power that you have inside of you and make something better for yourself through technology. In my office, I have been in this particular job for about 3 years and I have not seen some of my staff till now. And trust me, in my office, we don't believe in strategy session. Why? Because everybody is delivering. I have to. Now you there yet? So why do I have to waste? Now, in terms of office space, we are no longer paying for building, and we've been able to cut down drastically. Now, people commuting to work every day. One of the things they do in my office also is that when you are bringing people on board, when you get to that aspect of what is your pay like, and they measure this, amount of money, the next thing we tell them is calm down. In this place, you do not have to come to the office. You need to see the relief on their faces. And the thing is that KPI is set. Everybody knows what is expected of them. So nobody is allowed to come to the office, and everybody is delivering. Talk about the flexibility. Talk about the cost saving. Then we have people who work with her from Kenya, from Tanzania, from UK, from US. We've been able to put heads together, let new idea. But if you want people to reside in Lagos and work for you in Lagos, you are just going to continue to be your local champion. So you need to change and begin to see things as life is evolving. Thank you.
Talking about local champion, it's like you don't understand what we are talking about. We are not talking about multitasking. You can still be doing in-person job and still be multitasking. So let's keep that aside. Forbes in 2022 released a report. Forbes in 2022 released a report after they've interviewed 900 business leaders. So right now, if you have business mindset, please listen to me. After the report, they found that 90% of business leaders want all their workers to come back to the office. Elon Musk, immediately after the report, said all Tesla workers, all SpaceX workers should resume immediately. Mark Zuckerberg said all his own workers should resume to 3 days in person. That is international and business mindset. If you are a business owner, you know virtual cannot work. It's not a matter of cost and productivity in a low scale. That goes to your mindset. Let's keep that there. See, after COVID, since virtual, loneliness has been so rampant, depression has been so rampant, suicide has been so rampant, because humans are an emotional being. We need each other to survive. You cannot do life alone on your computer. See, a lot of people, you get to the office, you see them, your boss seeing your countenance and your demeanor alone, we walk up to you. My dear, how are you today? Hope you are good. How can they know that on Zoom, on Slack, or on Google Meet? It doesn't matter how many emojis they send to you. It cannot reach emotional bandwidth. Ordinary parts at the back. You know, even for us, we were opportune to be nurtured about early mothering from our seniors. Because they will call you, this is how it's done. But virtually, they won't even know whether you are pregnant, whether anything happened to you. My colleague talked about work-life boundaries. When you talk about work-life balance, boundaries means that mindset, you come to the office, you leave everything you are going through at home. You face your job. Some people find peace in the office. Because after leaving the house drama, they just want to face their work. See, in as much that virtue has served its purpose, you cannot say that is how our life should be forever. We can have a balance, but we cannot stay there. We are human beings, and we need each other to survive.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All I could say is that we once tried to have a virtual party.
You know, listening to my colleagues, I had to look at my phone to check today's date. And I was surprised when I saw 2024. So I now wondered, when they are talking about, oh, you need to come to the office to bond, you need to come to this one to be able to collaborate, it almost makes me ask the question, please, is it that you have typewriter in your office? Abi, you don't have laptop, before I go to my first language. Because it calls to question the way people are actually using the tools that are available to them. We have had so many lectures in this conference talking about how we should harness every opportunity that is given to us. Every tool, every technological advancement is an opportunity to actually do things better. When people are scheduling their time, people are doing things like Zoom parties, people are doing things like Trello, people are doing things like Asana to actually manage their time, create boundaries, block time, DND, all sorts of things that people are adopting. And someone is here telling me that, oh, because you are working from home, it only has to be a certain way. And it also caused me to ask, Gladys, we congratulated you here. She just opened an office in Ghana. Please, how are you doing the work in Ghana? You dey go there daily. How are you doing it? Auntie, this auntie is a managing partner in a firm. I went to look at her profile because I was wondering who would agree to support that kind of motion. This auntie has clients, international clients. You go there when you want to talk to them. Is that what you do? Wow. That's not the way I work. I am very productive. I consider myself a very productive person. And you know, like I said, we have to ask ourselves, are we drawing ourselves back or are we going into the future? I said at the beginning, I said change is a constant thing. When people invented cars, did you see people queuing up and say, I must enter horse to go to where I'm going? Or when somebody said that they've created computer, you say because you have bought typewriter just the same way you paid rent, then I must use that typewriter to sell me a low computer. It's just crazy. I wonder exactly how we come up with these things and how we make these assertions. She mentioned earlier about Musk. In fact, you know, when I was preparing for this thing, one of the names I was praying that somebody would mention was Elon Musk. That is the one person that has even regretted this action. That is the one person that has suffered mass resignation from his office. I mean, didn't we hear? We heard we are very global citizens. We are people that challenge ourselves. We are people that look at those business leaders and look at the decisions that they make and tell ourselves that no, I cannot decide that somebody that has $1 billion, $1 trillion capitalized company made that kind of silly decision. And me that I'm still dreaming to dare and to do, I will now make the same decision again? No! Why can't can't we ask ourselves those hard questions? We have come to the place that we have come to. It was born out of necessity, I agree with you. But it showed us something. It's the same way that when people are fighting diseases, that they create vaccines and it saves the world. This thing showed us that, there's actually a way to have it all. My colleague has mentioned so many things that she does with her time. People have come here to actually excel. People have explained how they are dynamic in the way they work. And somebody tells me that because I want my boss to pat me on the back, please hold your pat. What am I using it for? Pat me on Zoom. Send me thumbs up on Zoom. Don't greet me. What are you patting me on the back for? Why must I see you for you to pat my back? There are so, like I said, so many tools, so many collaborative ways that people are actually achieving success. And all these challenges that they are talking about as if it is limited to remote work, as if we don't have all these issues in workplaces, as if people don't come to work every day and still complain about work allocation, as if people don't come to work every day and still complain that they don't have face time with the boss. So how exactly is the office curing for that? Shouldn't we go back instead and ask ourselves, yes, we are asking business leaders and you want to be like them. Shouldn't we go back and ask ourselves, how can I do this better? How can I be dynamic? How can I change the way I do business for the time that I'm living? And have we all forgotten the economy that we are living in?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Indeed, working virtually gives us the time. It gives us time. Please, your turn.
I'm going to stand here. Auntie.
I don't have
Auntie
wisdom, I cannot separate fight.
You be lawyer. Abi, you don't judge case for virtual, for Zoom before. Have you judged case over Zoom? Have you brought a policeman to join Zoom? Do you go to the office? Do you go to the office? Answer that in the office. Do you go to the office? I don't know. You don't.
Your body is getting
Please.
hot.
Do you go?
Your body is...
Do you go to the office?
I do not go to the office. For like 3 years, I've not been to the office.
Now
and I've met a number back to back.
Now let me answer you. She says, I do 9 to 5. And then I train people to take care of my business. Imagine a client had ordered a clothes from you guys, and they come and the clothes is not available, and they are bugging your phone, and your staff is not picking, your key staff is not picking.
You need a response.
How would you respond to that? First of all, panic will enter.
Can I respond?
If you are meant to send an email, you start typing errors in your email because you're already distracted. Am I correct? Talk of spontaneous creativity. When you're walking in the hallway and you just meet your colleague and say, I have this project that is pressing, I need to submit immediately, please can you help me? And your colleague just jump in and 10 minutes you are done with the project and you have submitted. Please, if you are online and your colleague is not available, please tell me how.
Okay, so Auntie Gladys, the only advice I would like to give you here today is, whenever you are
here, go office. No. You get office, I mean, not get office.
Okay, they say I should sit down. Let's try to listen to understand and not to listen to respond. And why I said that is because I already told you I have people who is capable enough to do what I need them to do. Is the reason why I'm able to make it to this place today. And now, when it comes to my availability, I do not need to be everywhere to get my job done. And that is the power of delegation. So what I'm saying is that beyond all of this,
you go to the office.
I don't go.
Do you have an office?
Calm down. Speak up. Let them speak up. So okay, so in rounding up...
You're taking your 2 minutes for your closing. Go ahead.
Okay, so in rounding up, I'd like to ask a simple question. In this T-paying regime, which was clarified last week to be temporary paying, whether temporal, whether long, short. Gone are the days when some of us who actually drive SUV used to fuel a car with 20K, 30K, 30K. Today, the story has changed. If you have the opportunity, considering the cost of transportation, cost of commuting to offices, house rent on the island, because I understand that some people can no longer even foot their bills. If you have the opportunity and you are in the front of a panel right now and you are asked your preferred mode of work, for you to be able to cut down and to buy, take care of you, which would it be? So we are saying that every options have their own ups and downs. But if you look at it well, there are existing opportunity and solutions to all the challenges that remote work may actually give you. It is not left to you to leverage on those opportunities and move on with your life, because this change has come, and whether you like it or not, you just have to. If you don't like it, you'll be driven away, while some people who are ready continue and they are moving forward.
Thank you
and
very
in closing,
much. Thank you.
I would like to say that
Thank you.
in closing,
Yes.
I would like to say, on the theme of this conference, I've always been a delegate of Women's Annual Conference. And each time I come to this place, I say to myself, one day I am coming to this stage. I never knew it was going to be this short. And today I am here. So I encourage us all, keep dreaming, keep daring, and most importantly, don't stop doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll call on you to take your 2 minutes closing. Final words, please.
Final words. Virtual vibes. Please, what are my debaters doing here? Why didn't they join us online? But they decided to come physically to tell us what they are telling us. You can as well tell us online, but you chose to come because you know that this physical is important. You will have proved your point and tell us that you are going to join us virtually. So with these few words of mine,
thank you.
I want to pin it down there that as an entrepreneur, there is a mindset that you work with. And even as an employee, you can be a grinder and be a finder in the way you think. And I'm telling you today, in person, we give you higher productivity. We can balance it up at a point, but don't tell me it's not the way to go. It's not negotiable, it's the real deal.
Thank you very much. Thank you. No, Gladys, hold on. Hold on. Are you done? Any final words from you, Session?
I think I should correct
2 minutes. Final words.
I think I should correct an assumption that has been made here. We are not recluses. We are not hermits. We did not say that we are going to hide inside our houses. We are saying that we are changing the way we are working. When we need to come out and dominate, just like we have done here today, we will be out. But you will not confine the way I work. We have listened to this side of the table. And I'm here to hear how exactly this thing is better for the office, how it is better for the employees who are supposed to be the backbone of your organization, how it is better for even you as an employer other than the sunk cost that you have to deal with. And now let's face it and let's be real, guys. When you put pen to paper and when you actually have to deal with it, is it not better for you to be able to choose the way you work? Is it not better for you to be able to analyze and think about the way you work and achieve those goals and go back home and achieve the peace of mind that you actually need to excel and be a better version of yourself? Who is dreaming when you are burnt out? Who is daring when you are spending 7 hours in traffic? Who is doing nothing but the barest minimum when you are having to be confining yourself to just 5 hours of work? Nobody. So the people that want that Naija peace of mind, join us on this side. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Gladys, your final words.
I'm going to be very demure with my very last closing remark. And I mean, imagine what I ordered versus what I got. That's in office and virtual. Now, in person, we don't just work together, we grow together. So let's just keep that spark alive and say yes to office. Say yes to office. Yes to office.
Thank you very much. You know, I told you guys that my debaters were ready. I actually felt like I shouldn't have stopped them because I was enjoying the energy, and so I didn't. In closing, I guess we've all taken notes, employers, employees. Again, this is just for us to have fun. So at this time, I am going to call on us, having followed throughout this session. If you believe from all you've heard that, or rather, let me rephrase. Those in favor of virtual, say aye. Those in favor of office work, say aye. The ayes have it.
Can we just take a moment and celebrate them?
I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh, I believe. I know
So we can say the eyes have it right.
stand up.
The eyes have it right.
For the
So can we have all the office energy ladies rise up?
stand up for the champion.
All right, so right about this moment, we'd like all of our debaters and the moderator to please take a picture. I mean, you're working together in unison, so please take a beautiful picture. Can we actually give all of these debaters a round of applause? While this is ongoing, I would like to invite Rolake Akikugbe Filani, member, Board of Trustee Wimbies, supported by Vivian Shoba, Vice Chair, to present gifts to the debaters and moderator at the media wall.